Do 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 do. Hey, welcome to Rise and Thrive. Welcome to Rise and Thrive. It's Thursday on Rise and Thrive. Oh, I hope you guys are having as much fun as we are today. Just kind of getting all Thursdayed up for what we're doing here. You know, yeah, we're just here
Oh
to
my
we're just here to
gosh.
have some fun and help some people and do some things. That's what we're doing. Yeah, so we're just gonna do some housekeeping stuff and get stuff kind of loaded up, give people a chance to jump on and see what we're doing, get them settled, get the notifications going out.
Yeah, so maybe I should mention this
Oh, you
one
know what?
thing.
I didn't update our titles, so we'll have to do that. So today is day 4. We'll just update our titles.
It says day 4. Oh, no, it doesn't.
On
Okay.
the
All right.
bottom it says day 4.
So let me see here. How's everybody doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
What's going on?
I've got my mustachey cup with my glasses,
Yep.
kind of thing, and there's coffee in there, so that is a lot of great things going on.
You know, we're PST, so we're always like a little bit late, a little bit behind.
Well, yeah, we're like
Like for most people it's lunchtime.
the tail end of the
We're
country
having
over here.
coffee. Yeah. Yeah, so here we are,
Yeah.
day 4 of our free 5-day boot camp.
The Get
where-
Sales Online Boot Camp.
Yeah, where we're basically taking people through the steps that we take with our clients inside of our business, and showing them how they can get their stuff online and actually get in front of people online. You know, like it's
Yeah.
pretty noisy out there.
Yeah.
It's tricky to market yourself online these days.
Yeah, I mean,
Using
also,
social media.
so here's the thing. There's I'm going to say this, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago now, they did a
Yeah.
report that said, hey, you're getting hit by about 5,000 pieces of information. This year, 2020, it's more like 8 to 10,000 pieces of information in advertising in a day,
Yeah.
right? How much stuff are you like constantly filtering out? And our brains filter out the stuff that we don't want to see.
Yeah.
So, hey, if you're advertising not in the right way, you're going to be filtered out and people just aren't even going to see it. They got ad blindness.
Yeah, they're just going to ignore, they're going to ignore what you're throwing down, even if it is a really crazy sale or a really great offer or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
There's a certain sequence that you have to go through, which is the AIM
Yeah.
method, which is
Well,
inside of our free training.
I've seen people throw down 50% offers to crickets.
Yeah.
You know what
Zero
I mean? People are
engagement.
like, no one is even seeing this. No one's even coming in. Like nothing's happening. And getting to the point of saying like, I need people to come in. There's a reason why we're selling at 50% right now.
Yeah, totally.
Like, and still not getting the customers.
Yeah, so we've had quite a few people join. We've had some interaction inside of our private Facebook group, which is amazing. We had Tracy comment, I think it was either last night or this morning, and I thought it was a really good post about what her business is, and she's got a food truck. And obviously they shut down for quite a while. I think they had just opened up.
Yeah, just
a
open
lot
back
of
up.
businesses out there. Like raise your hands if you had just opened up a business.
Or you're thinking
And,
about opening up here.
and
You're
then
not
all of
quite.
a sudden this hit. And so then what, right? Like crowds are different, events are different, all of that stuff is different. So it's just finding the opportunity as well. And that's something that we really are trying to focus on this week, is finding one opportunity that you could move forward with and promote inside
Yeah.
of your business. It doesn't mean that you leave everything else behind, obviously, but it's just a lot easier and a lot clearer if you pick one thing and focus on it. And I thought that this was a great example. So they have a food truck, which is pretty obvious. Like you go park
Delicious.
somewhere, delicious. You go park
Could they just pull up
somewhere
in front
and
of our
feed people
house?
at lunch, and that's great. And usually food trucks are pretty good at setting themselves apart, right? Usually
Yeah.
they're kind of funky in their own way, and they've got
Taco
their own
me
personality
crazy.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Ashley, great question. I'll get to that for you, girl. So she said, like, we've doing pretty good with the food truck during regular food service times, like lunchtime or whatever that may be. But they also do catering for events. And so it would be very easy to just post about, like, are you planning an event? We cater. You know, like that is what
Uh,
99% of businesses do.
get your
Though,
catering, get your
honestly,
catering, get
do
your
you need
catering.
help planning your event? We can help you do that. Do you need food for your event? We can help you do that. But what if you narrowed that down even more and thought about what types of events do you want to cater? And right now, trend alert. You ready for
Trend
this?
alert.
I'm gonna drop this one here for you guys. Eloping is going to be huge.
What?
Eloping. Like people had huge weddings planned that they had to
Yeah.
cancel, and people are still going to get married and have a smaller, scaled back wedding. So, what if you created a campaign geared towards those brides that are planning their smaller, more intimate weddings
Yep.
and offered your catering? You know, like that is the difference, right? That is the difference between just saying we can cater anything. Yeah, for sure you can. But what if you started to split it up?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't hurt to get super specific about that. Like, absolutely. Okay. I think like if you're going to say that, you'd create different advertising for different things, right? I mean,
Yeah.
there's especially for catering, right? You're gonna have catering for offices. You're gonna have catering for like after parties type things, and you're gonna have catering for weddings. You're gonna have catering
Yeah.
for different functions and stuff like that. Food trucks are a great opportunity for catering like that. Even, I mean, how many weddings have we been to where a food truck shows up? And instead of having like a midnight lunch or whatever it is, they just showed up and you got a little ticket to go outside to the food truck to grab something to eat,
Totally.
which is
That's
so
right.
much fun, actually.
That's right. And so if you go through our AIM method that we use inside of our agency, I'll throw down a really quick way that you would lay out your 3 pieces of content then.
Yeah.
If we're speaking to a bride who's planning a wedding, you can't just start with hire us for your wedding. You would start with like the top 5 food wedding trends article.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, like you would drop an article or a long post like that. Like, what are the top? Be helpful to this bride who's trying to plan their wedding.
think about what they're
and
going through.
Think about where they're at before they're ready to hire you. So they're like, oh, I had to scale back. They've most likely lost money right now on deposits.
Oh, yeah.
Like I know out here, tons of weddings like that got canceled. Their
Oh, yeah. And some of them
gone.
are depositing 50%, you know?
So, you could write an article about like what are some fun, like 5 fun things you could do with your midnight lunch.
Still want to
you
get
know?
hitched? Here's 5 budget friendly.
There you go. So there's step 1. Step 2, so attraction, right? We just want to attract them to us and write some content like that. Then second is interest, right? So this is where maybe you would post some testimonials from other brides or from other people that you've worked with for your catering services. Post that. Post pictures of your food. You know, things like that. Let them get to know you a little bit more. And then comes the marketing.
Yeah.
You know, that is where, do you want to find out? Like, book now. We've only got a few spots left.
Yeah.
You know, and Ashley, great question. Like, what if you don't want to offer a sale promotion to get customers? You don't have to.
You don't have to, no.
At all. But you do want to say, you know, we've only got so many spots. Or
You don't have to.
You know, like you still want to try to create some sense of urgency or build some kind of a package that is like different. You know, you need to be different. I mean, what you're offering, Ashley, is already different than there's not really much competition
for what
you.
Ashley
It's just getting in front of
yeah,
people.
and for what Ashley is offering, you don't need to discount that. It might be like
Yeah.
get 2, you know, get a little discount if you buy 2 of them or something like
we
that.
talked the other
You
day.
you could do that.
We talked the other day with Ashley about realtors as an example of a market that you could go after.
Oh, that's another thing too.
You know, so maybe you would just say, "Hey, realtors, when you buy on your 10th basket, you can enter to win a draw to pick something from my store." Or I don't know, you can come up with VIP type offers for certain people. And then when you think about it, it's not really, when you go through our training that we dropped yesterday, our money map training, and you start to see what that is worth, what the value of that customer is worth over time, then it's like, it's just giving them maybe a perk for doing business with you, you know, doing things like that to love your customers up too, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to promote a sale or a promotion. It's just, what do you do if you're offering a premium service or product? Then what do you do, to keep them coming back, right? Doesn't always need to be a sale, though.
It doesn't need to always be a sale. No.
No.
I think once you start using the AIM method, here's what we want to do is we want to take you from a point where you are advertising right now to budget conscious people. And when you're always just saying like, come buy my stuff, come buy my stuff, come buy my stuff, you're talking mostly to budget conscious people who are like, I want to save a few bucks right now.
When you're
I'm going to come do
dealing
that.
with sales, for
But
sure.
once you're building up your brand and you're building up your marketing in this way, what's going to happen is you're going to start attracting more people who don't care so much about money. They want the service, they want the quality, they want to work with the people who are the best, right? So you're going to start attracting people with marketing designed for people who aren't so budget conscious, which is such a better place to be, because you're not you're not going on that race to zero. Right? You're not seeing who can charge the least amount for what we're offering. We're saying, hey, we got a premium offer here. We got a premium service. We're really good at what we do. And if you want to work with the best, come work with us.
Yeah, exactly. Totally. The thing is, and so yesterday we dropped our number 3 training.
Day 3 training.
Which is called Know Thy Numbers. And once you go through that and you understand, how much a customer is worth to you, then you've got a lot of playing room as far as what you can offer or who you could align yourself with. Like maybe you can go and align yourself with a high-end restaurant if you're a high-end boutique, whatever it is, and figure out ways that you can promote your business without it being a sale, right? Mm-hmm. A good example of that is in our hair salon. I think we talked about this on a different video, but we went into the market and we said, we fix bad hair. So like we will do that on the house. So we will fix your color. If you go somewhere and you get a botched color job, come to us. We're experts in color. We will fix your color for free on the house. And the reason why we were able to do that is because we understood that once that client came in, well, first of all, we understand the frustration of where they're at in that moment.
Yeah, being able to help them.
They already spent a ton of money and now they need to get it fixed. They don't necessarily want to go back to that person. They don't necessarily want to pay at a different salon, right? That's a huge problem for a lot of people. And so we went into the market and we said, we'll do this for free because we understood that this client is now going to be with us for life, right? And they're going to tell their friends. And so when you realize, when you can wrap your head around that, what it's worth in the long run, then it's okay to do some different, more creative things. And inside of our program that we're actually releasing next week, we're going to dive a lot deeper into how to come up with like better offers and not just discounts. Like
not just
discounts don't work really. But how to craft an offer or just how to work your messaging so that
you're seen as an authority in your local community, right? I mean, that's the whole thing is we want people, if they're thinking for a hair salon, if they're thinking for a restoration company, if they're thinking for, farm to table or like catering or whatever it is, cleaning service, we want your local customers, your local community to see and think of you as an authority, right? In your marketplace, so that people are referring you. So we want that word of mouth to be able to grow, but we want to be able to control that word of mouth a lot better, a lot easier, a lot faster than just letting, our customers who love us decide if they're going to talk about us or not,
Yeah, we want to set ourselves like above the pack, right? Like if you want to stand up and stand out and be known as the go-to, then it is just about crafting your messaging and stuff like that a little bit.
And here's the thing, what you're going to see is you're going to see that the other people in your industry aren't doing this, and they aren't following this method. And one of the worst things that we can do as businesses is just take a look at what other people are doing around us, right? And then copying that exact same thing and just trying to say it in a better way. We're not setting ourselves apart, but by following this, what we're doing through this last 5 days here is setting you apart. It's going to be something completely different. And it's going to open up a lot of eyes.
Totally. Another thing that I thought of yesterday after we dropped our number 3 training, Know Thy Numbers.
Know thy numbers.
That I want you guys to go and see. Like, it is our
Go
favorite
take a
thing.
look.
I'm so tempted just to do it again right now, but we can't. We've got meetings and stuff today. We can't sit here all day with you. But, you know, here's a really cool part about that too. Actually, can I just say this one?
Go ahead.
Okay.
I don't know what you're
I
going
want
to say,
you
but go
guys to
ahead.
like play along with me here. All right. If you were going on a road trip right now,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
If you were leaving tomorrow for a road trip and you're like, let's go to Florida or whatever, okay? What are the things that you would need?
You would need
What
you
would you
need your
need?
vehicle.
You would need
a
a car.
You need
You
some
would
gas.
probably even go and get an oil change. You would check your
Quite
tires,
possibly.
right? You would
Yeah.
need gas.
Pack a sandwich or
Pack
two.
some sandwiches. You would
Road
need to
Sammies.
have an amazing playlist, like some music. I would need that,
Yeah.
right?
I'll give you some Daft Punk.
That's right. Yeah, love it. Love it. What else? What else do you need, you guys? You need a map. You need a map.
You almost dropped an F-bomb
Yeah,
there.
I did. You need to be able to see where you are right now, and you need to know how to get where you want to go, right? And that is what yesterday's training was all about. Was like, the thing is that if you don't follow a map,
Yeah.
if you're driving from here to Florida and you don't even look at it on the way, what are the chances of you getting to where you want to be? You know?
Yeah.
And I think like numbers, it sounds so icky. Like we're running ads right now and I'm leading with that. And a lot of people, they're probably like, no, thank you. Like that doesn't sound fun.
I don't want to
You
see
know?
numbers.
And so we did. We dropped a really fun tool that we use inside of our business and our lives every single day that's very easy to follow, that will help you track, you know, where you're at every single day along this path. Because if you don't, you know, then you're not going to end up where you want. And like, you know, when is the last time that you sat down and actually set a real goal, you know, and then actually look to see, this is what I was getting at actually. When was the last time that you went and you set yourself a goal, but then you actually went to look to see how many clients or customers or products do you need to actually sell in order to hit that goal? So no matter what it is that you're selling, you want to hit $5,000 in a month, okay? And you're offering something, man, this is going to suck because I'm not good at math. But if you want to make $5,000 a month and you're offering something that is $1,000, let's just say, okay? Then that means you need 5 customers a month, right?
Yes.
Now, the other thing, but the other thing that I really love about that training and about the money map is that you also can start to look at, wow, so am I super, super booked, but not charging enough too?
Right.
Because I know a lot of people personally that they're working
super booked
from 5 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock at night, working their butts off because, you know, hard work equals money.
Hard work and hustle does not equal success.
It actually, like, sorry, not sorry. It doesn't. If you know your numbers and you know where you want to go, then what if you're like, wow, maybe I could hit 10K a month instead.
Yep.
If I charged $1,500 per service or whatever it is, and just marketed myself a little bit differently and used the right messaging to attract the right people.
Well, here's the thing.
And that's basically what we're doing this week, is showing you how to do that. And it just went like, boom. Yeah.
Would you rather be fully booked, working 12 hours a day, charging $50 an hour, or would you rather be working 6 hours a day, charging $100 an hour? That's kind of the thing, right? And when you start attracting the right type of clients, when you start attracting the people who want quality versus just the race to zero, what you're going to get is you're going to get people who pay more and are happy so that you have more of a lifestyle. You can spend it with your family. You can do the things you want. You can go on vacation.
That's
you know what I mean? You're not working $12 an hour for $35 an hour being like, where's my time going? I'm so swamped.
That's right. And when you're actively marketing for your business in the right way, then it becomes a supply and demand thing.
Yeah.
Because when you have your marketing dialed in, then you do have new leads coming in and you get to pick and choose and you get to raise your rates
Yeah.
because you're not, the confidence is there, you know? Then it's not like, oh, I better take this and I better undercut everybody, or I better, like, you know, you don't need to be so worried
Well,
about that then. And that is what I love about looking at your numbers every single day as a business owner and just seeing, am I on the right track? Like,
Yeah.
this person that called for a quote or to book in, are they going to help me reach the goal that I've set? Or are they going to take me off the road that I'm on, you know, and distract me from my goals that I've set for myself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Jay? Was that pretty good? We didn't plan that.
You want me to clap?
Yeah. No.
Mic drop. I got a
Don't.
pen. Boop. Yeah.
So that's, you know, so if you have not registered yet, there's still time. That training will be available for probably about another week or so. So there's still time to get caught up. Don't feel like you're behind.
No, don't feel
You
like you're
know,
behind. Don't feel
take
like
the
you're
time
pressured
and
just
jump
because
in
we're
and
we're
do
on
it.
day 4.
Yeah.
Every day is really simple to sit down and go through some stuff. I was talking with Dale the other day about this. He's going through all the network, they are all the paperwork and the workbooks and stuff like that, and going through the
Yeah.
training. And they have a health practitioner business where they help people with different illnesses and everything like that, and different pains and frustrations and stuff that they have in their business. And it's really cool because they started actually segmenting and saying, well, wow, this is really cool because we've never thought about this before.
Like, who
are we?
are-
Who are our dream
Yeah.
customers? Who do we actually want to market to?
Sometimes
Who would
you
we
just
like
open
to
up your
have in?
doors. Sometimes
Yeah.
you honestly, and when you said that to me last night, I was like, that's right. A lot of times you open up your doors in your business and you take whoever walks through the door or
You do.
calls, right? You're like, oh, okay, cool. That worked out. That worked out. But when have you just intentionally sat down and thought, like, who do you want to serve? Who are our
Who do we want to
customers?
work with,
Yeah.
right? As small
Yeah.
business owners, and when you're first starting up in, let's say, like the first 5 years, there's a lot of times where you're just like, I need to take all the contracts and I need to take all the things that come across because we just need the money for this thing to work, right? But when you get intentional, and I mean, you can do this right from the beginning, get intentional on who you want to serve, right? And who do you want to attract into your business? And when you start creating the marketing around that, and you know what, there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, you know what? I just want to work with people who drive Porsches and BMWs and stuff like that. That's the type of people that I want in our business,
Depending
you know?
on what it is that you do.
Well, I'm just saying
Yeah.
it depends on what you do, of course, but there's nothing wrong with saying, picking a type of client who has money, you know, saying I want to advertise to clients who have money, you know, instead of advertising to people who don't have money.
Yeah.
You know, imagine if you could do that. Say, hey, I just want to work with people who have money and are willing to pay for things.
You can do that.
Yeah, there you go.
You can do that. you can target only women who drive a Range Rover.
Absolutely,
on Facebook.
right?
You can target households that only make a certain amount of money.
And when you can
You
take
know,
this and
you
you can
can-
totally get, like, we're going to get way deeper into all this stuff next
Yeah.
week. But once you can get into their heads and say, you know what that lady who drives a Range Rover is thinking?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, okay, here's my money. Here's my card. Swipe. You know, I'll take your thing. Yeah. All right.
It's true. It's
It is
true.
true.
But I think that, like, for me, the biggest thing is realizing that it's not always super hard work makes you lots of money. It's taking a look at what you offer, what you want to charge for it, how much you want to make, and, like, really, if you're doing $30 haircuts and you want
Yeah.
to make, like, you need to take a look at that. Take a look at those numbers. Because honestly, the minute that you do go out there and you start marketing to the right people that you want with the right message,
Yeah.
then you can build whatever business you want, no matter what you have right this minute. Truly.
Yeah.
Things can change like that. Like, really, truly. Did you like that snap?
That was a good snap. That was a solid snap.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So,
Cool. So, I mean, I think that kind of wraps up our call for today. Unless anybody has any more questions they'd like to throw out, we're willing to answer anything you guys got today about what's going
I'll
on.
post the link to the totally free 5-day boot camp.
Yeah.
Inside of the caption there once we jump off. And then today's day 4. So training number 4 is your sales system. We're going to be dropping that. That'll be sent out later on today to everybody who signed up. And then tomorrow we'll jump on same bat time, same bat place.
Yeah.
And we'll jam on that. Keep posting inside of the Facebook group. Make sure you let us know if you've got any feedback or any questions at all. And if you're catching us on the replay, make sure you comment along and say hello to us.
Yeah. So the only last thing that I'm going to say is about today's training is once you know what your sales system what your flow is like, then you get to start designing your marketing a little bit even better. You're going to get a little bit more in depth. And I think you guys are going to really love what we're going to throw down later today. All right.
All right.
Look at me. I'm 50. Not 50.
Not quite yet.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
Thanks,
See ya.
guys. Bye-bye.